Hello, hello, hello. How the devil are we? Right, so... oh dear, excuse me. I've just stopped at these services because I went and had a blood test this morning. And I was bloody starving. And what happened was... that bloke there, he's got a whacking great big Arctic, and he's parked between that van and getting covered in fag ash. He's parked between that van and that. Let's turn that off. I've just stopped here to have a much needed coffee and a breakfast, and now I'm going on my merry way. And yeah, this so I'm watching these because it's an arse of a place to pull out of when you're in a car. There's traffic coming round from both ways. You've got stuff coming out of the services behind me. Checking over my shoulder. There's this rig just there, and I reverse back. And I reversed back so he could park straight, because like that dumper truck weren't there then. And yeah, so I reversed back, and when he'd done his checks and all that, he come up to me. I thought he'd, like, in the time that he'd parked, I'd reverse back, and he said, "Did I get too close?" I said, "No, mate." I said, "You're fine." I said, "I always try to help lorry drivers wherever I can." Well, fucking kamikaze pigeon. Anyway, so I said, "No, all I did, I reversed back so that you didn't have to park straddling that bend." He said, "Much appreciated." And we started chatting, and he's a tramper. He's bursting for a comfort break, because I will not use the piss word on on my videos. I hate that word. Anyway, so I said, "No, that's all I did." I said, "You were fine." I said, "You had plenty of room, but I just reversed back so that you could take all the room that you needed to sort of like straighten up." So he said, "Much appreciated." He said, "I wish there was more drivers like you." He said, "Some of them, they leave you sort of like a gnat's bollock, and they sort of like don't give a thought to like lorry drivers." So I said, "Well, the way I look at it is, as I've said on many, 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 many videos of mine before, everything that we possess," so people have a a low patience threshold. I don't know whether it's fuel prices or what, but everybody has like a low patience threshold, and they want to get there like the minute they leave their yard, depot or whatever. And I said, it's not on. I said, because everything that we possess, that we eat, even if it's like you know, even like English food, potatoes, for argument's sake, they might only come from Lincolnshire, but they don't come in the back of a car, they come in the back of a lorry. So I said, we should always help each other on the roads. Oh, look at me. And I said, I play a game called Truck Sim. I'm not endorsed by Steam. I'm not sponsored by Steam. I don't get any money for mentioning various products. But yeah, like I say, I've said to him, I play this Truck Sim, and apparently it's the most realistic truck driving game, because like you start out working for other people, delivering their loads in their lorries, and I think it saved my sanity. A lot of you will, if you know me, will argue that fact, that my sanity is beyond redemption. Certainly has been this last 6 years. They're building a dry stone wall there. And out the way, pigeons. Anyway, yeah, so joking aside, over the last couple of months, I just lose myself in the game, especially like since my dear mum's demise. Anyway, yeah, and alright, I know it's not real life, but you can appreciate like the time constraints that lorry drivers have, the idiocy on the road of some drivers, because they just want to get to where they want to get to and stuff like that, and they don't give a monkey's faff. You know, and there's no need for it. You know, the roads aren't ours. I know they should be. The price they charge for us driving on them. So I said, I'd just like to help people where I can. I said, and fair play to you. I've seen on several YouTube vlogs about the frustrations that hauliers have. You know, I mean, they're out there to make money, and every time their wheels are turning, it's costing the hauliers money. And I said to him, I'm disabled. I'm still classed as disabled, even though I've got like 2 prosthetics hips and me other health conditions which might be hidden from you, might not. But I do still try to help lorry drivers. I said to him, I spend a lot of time. I said, where have you come from today? He said, well, I just dropped a load at Daventry. I said, where are you heading tonight? So I said, well, I should be going home tonight. He said, I've got to drop this load down in Felixstowe. So I said to him, right, I don't know I've never been good at geography, but fair play to you. And thank you. So he says, what are you thanking me for? I said, doing what you do. I don't know what you've got in the back of that lorry. I don't need to know what's in the back of that lorry. You know, but thank you. You're doing a much valued occupation. Oh, mate, you get paid for it. Not enough, but you get paid for it. You know, for the shit that you have to put up with. He said, well, thank you very much. He said, you know, like this. And yeah, I sat chatting to him for about 10 minutes. And I said, you're probably coming here for sort of like a hiddle. And he said, I am actually thirsting for a pee. So I said, well, you piss off then, and I'll speak to you another time. Like that. And it was really nice. You know, middle-aged bloke, as you probably see, is probably, I don't know, I class middle age as being sort of like 45, 50, that sort of age. I mean, he might be younger than that. He could be older than that. I don't know. But, yeah. I said to him, no matter how disabled I am, as long as I'm driving, it's like you've seen me so many times on these videos. Turn the camera around, I think. Hello, do you like my shit? It's alright, I ain't got my pyjamas on. It's just my Nordad shirt. I've got to concentrate here because of bloody digging the roads up. They never seem to get any better, but they dig the roads up. It keeps them in. Keeps the road fillers, the road workers in, keeps their hand in, doesn't it? For when we develop it. It's that lorry, that van again. Yeah, he's come down the 45 and up the A6, and I've come the back roadways, and it just goes to prove that it's no quicker going by the dual carriageways than it is cross country. Stopping in there now. There's a lay-by up here on the left. Because that's who I thought it was. Bloke in this King's Kitchens van there. Just pulled into that lay-by. I'm the sort of person, rightly or wrongly, right, when I go out in the car, most of the time, I haven't got a time constraint that I've got to be somewhere. I go out when I want, where I want, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do that. But you know, if I'm driving down the A14, which is a dual carriageway on the outskirts, well, I think it goes from, I don't know where the A14 starts up here, but it finishes up by what's it finish by? Because it just turns into the M6 just as you get past Market Harbour, I believe it is. And then it turns into the M6. I think it goes all the way out to Felixstowe, so it's got an easy run if there's no hold-ups. Anyway, so I'm the type of person, I get on the A40, I forgot what the road was, I was going to say A45, and then, no, it's not the A45. I get on the A14 at Thrapston, and I come down the A45, 14, and join the A45 at, it's not Thrapston. I'm only on it for a couple of miles anyway, but like, I cruise along at about 60, 55, 60. And what I'll do, if I see a lorry in my mirror, what I'll do, I'll let them overtake, especially if they're in the outside lane. But what I'll do, I'll just back off a bit, because they're obviously intending to overtake me because they're in the outside lane, and I know that they're restricted to what speed they can do and that. I think it's about 55, and I'm sure Borough will, if he watches this, he'll inform me. Not being sarcastic, I mean, he is a lorry driver. What am I indicating for? I don't know. No wonder they're bloody looking at me gone out. It's here I need to indicate. I'm having one of those days today. And you do realise, pal, you're not supposed to be parking there. Yeah, you prick. Yeah, I'll go along there. I'll be poodling along there about 58, 60, whatever speed. Anywhere from 55 to 65 anyway. And if I see a Arctic overtaking in the outside lane, I'll just ease off. I'll go down to about 54 and let him get past that much quicker to finish his manoeuvre. And then I'll flash him in as soon as... I normally count like 3, 4, 5 as they're overtaking, because I've become accustomed to my bonnet. And I'll flash them in, and 9 out of 10 times they'll go weh with their indicators. I mean, you get the odd ones that don't. And I got this thing just lately about plant pots. Yeah, so I'll let them pass and then flash them back in, and then they can proceed. I've got all day to get to where I need to be, if I need to be anywhere. But like, because they've got like time constraints, their driving hours might be running out. I don't know. But I appreciate that. And sort of like, alright, you might say to me sort of like in the comments down there, you might say to me, Well, just speed up a bit and then they wouldn't need to have to overtake you. But if I know that I'm coming off in sort of like 200 yards, it's still holding them. I don't know what's behind them. So I let them pass. And pass they do. So I always try to help lorry drivers. It's like if I'm pulling into a lay-by, a lot of people, they'll just sort of like see the lay-by, oh, I want to go in there, tick-tock, 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 in you go, drive, straighten up, and brake on. I won't do that. What I'll do, I'll either park right at the beginning of the lay-by, depending on how fast the traffic's coming up behind me, or I'll park at the end of it, so that there's a good gap either in front of me or behind me, that if an Arctic needs to come in for whatever reason, I know that by watching Barry's videos that I know that by watching Barry's videos, suitable lay-bys for lorry drivers, a lot of them are just slivers. And like, they don't want to scuff all their tyres up on the curb. So by the time they pull in, they've got about that much space between the side of their lorry and the white line. And it's not sexy. But I will always give way to lorries where I can. I'm just having a rummage in here, which is awkward when you got bloody having a rummage. It's awkward when you got a bloody metal spike strapped to your wrist, which is effectively what I have. Yeah, that's grubby. I always keep tissues in here just to wipe my mitts, because I do get some rat dodgy mitts. Yeah, so that's that. And it's nice when a lorry driver sort of like acknowledges you. I love it when you sort of like, you flash them in after they've overtook you, and they do the dip, 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 dip with the indicators. It's like once I was driving through Higham Ferrers, which is a little village just next door to Rushton. Well, it actually backs onto Rushton. And what happened was, sorry, my belly button's come undone. And what happened was, I heard an emergency vehicle coming up from the roundabout, and I thought, well, there's nothing behind me, there's nothing in front of me, and knowing like the little town that Higham Ferrers is, it's got all these little islands in the middle. I know what I'll do. I'll maintain my usual speed, which is 28 miles an hour, because you only drive as fast as road conditions allow, or that you feel safe. And well, I know what I'll do. It's way off in the distance, and I see this turning on my left. And as I approach this turning, I sort of like, you could see down it before I commit myself. Thought, well, there's nothing going down, there's nothing coming up. So what I did, I swung into this turning and I blocked the exit to this turning so that cars coming up couldn't pull straight out. And I'd never had it done before. As the ambulance went past with his blues and twos going, he bibbed at me. And I was chuffed to bits. Said, cheers, pal. Godspeed. You know, like that. And carried on going. You know, let him get out the way first. So always be mindful of what's around you. That is my rant for today. Have a good day, everyone. Play nicely. Bye for now.